Hello, hi, greetings. I've been asked last few days by so many other people that they want to do low budget web series and how to do that. Well, it's a tricky thing and it's also not that hard. It's hard and it's not that hard like any other thing in the world. Um, I would say for anything, if you want to go low budget, first you better find maybe a one location, right? I mean, there are a lot of examples in the world, like even feature films are there, like uh, Cast Away or something like that. It's just, one person and one place and whatnot, but you have to make it very interesting. Or you find a very interesting place like an abandoned house and you go to that place and you start thinking and writing your screenplay according to that, your story. And if you're going for a series, then you sort of build up that, um, with cliffhangers like towards every episode, end of the episode, to keep people wondering what's going to happen next. So once you have a location and once you have a story around that location, and you have to think about how many characters you're going to use, because more characters means more money. The best thing is to talk to a bunch of your friends and who are good at what they do. Doesn't have to be that they have to be like professional DPs or professional anything, but they have to do it right. I mean, even if you can find some friends of yours who are, you can see that they are good in acting. There are people who are, maybe there are actors who are wanting to work with you. Not big names, maybe big names, but small names or actors who are working in the industry, but they like to work on a independent project, and you can approach them because so and so and your friend knows them, and like that you can approach them, and that's my tea. These days it's a good thing to drink a lot of tea. So once you have your story and grab, like, say, try to make it with less amount of characters, maybe like that, how many people fits in your car, like you could pay, say, 5 people or 4 people, and give each one a task. You're going to be helping with the art direction. You're going to be blah blah blah. It can be somebody who can draw or making sculptures, artistic friend of yours, who can also be in the film as a character. And then you can see, another friend of yours, could be male, female, whoever, tell them, hey, why don't you play this character for me? And at the same time, hey, what about, our lunch or sandwiches or something, grab some, home make it, like, oh, that person can make it for you, and they'll bring, each person will bring um, one meal or a bunch of sandwiches or pizza, whatever. So, you can work without a problem and get some bottles of water and the other kind of drinks like soft drinks or whatever, and or maybe tea, because tea will be difficult because if they don't have any electricity or if they don't have a way to make tea, so it's better to take some kind of drinks like soft drinks. So once you have the story together, once you have your group of friends together, you grab a camera. I mean, it can be one of your iPhones, because I make features on iPhone also. So you can do it with your phone. You can also do it SLR cameras. They are very good SLR cameras, and so you take your team. You don't have to. You don't have to shoot like 2 weeks at a stretch. You just say, hey, let's make this every weekend, right? Every weekend we'll try to shoot this amount of minutes, at least half of an episode. Like, you can, I think there are episodes that goes for pods like 15 minutes, and it can be even 10 minutes. It doesn't matter, as long as it's interesting and it can go on. So I think over a weekend to get 10 minutes is not that bad. You could, you if you're not too complicated, you can get, but keep that edge on it, like suspense. It can be anything. It can be horror, it could be detective, murder, suspense, whatever it is, but keep that suspense going on. Don't try and go to science fiction and things like that. It's going to be a little difficult because you need then special effects. If you have a friend who's in computer graphics and who would like to do that, yeah, talk to them and then do one. Plan it before you go and shoot it, because this is low budget. You don't have time to waste. So plan everything. And I mean, when I shot my Alone in a Valley, Nimne Hudakala, shooting time was 15 days for a feature film, 1 hour and 40 minutes. Sorry, it was 14 days and 1 hour and 40 minutes. So that's okay. You can plan it. You don't have to drag it for months. So work those things out and keep things so simple, and try to use less dialogue, so that way your actors, because they are not professional actors, they don't have to worry remembering lines, and have interesting camera movements with suspense all the time, and come to a cliffhanger and go to the next episode. So like that, that's one way of making low budget TV web episodes. And also there are, in Sri Lanka, you can approach dialogue, and at the moment they are the ones who are doing it professionally, means they fund you and then you can do it. So that's the best way to go. I mean, if you have a producer, if you have some investor who can invest in your project, that's the best